touching the table, our hands on the desk. Volume should be off. Let me see some bubbles in these mouths. One bubble. Michaela has a bubble in her mouth. Devin, that's two.
No.
Your volume should be off, Devin. Okay, let's review what we're going to do for today. So today we're doing our vocabulary. We're going to read a story called Tug of War, and we're going to talk about how the characters in the story. We're going to talk about how the characters in the story are alike and how the characters are different. Then we're going to do some word work on the new word that we learned in the story. And finally, we have our exit ticket.
No exit ticket.
Volume off. Lawrence is sitting quietly with his hands folded on the desk. I think he might get some chocolate today.
No, nice.
One more time, volume off. Okay, let's have the volume off. Lawrence has his volume off. Let's do our hands folded on the desk. Let's do our vocabulary for the day. Chairs pushed into the table, bellies touching the table. Devin, that's three, one more. You're in reflection.
Man.
Did you listen to her? Oh, she said one more and you're in reflection. Go back to you.
That's not the table. Come back. Pushing your chair. All the way. I want you pushing your chair all the way. Belly is touching the table. Get there in 3, 2, 1. Hands folded on the desk. Go to reflection. Go to reflection, Devin. Get there. So our vocabulary for the day. The first word we're going to say is swoop. When I say swoop, I'm going to snap and then you repeat the word back to me, okay? Swooped. Wait for my snap. Swooped. 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 Swoop means flying down quickly in a curve. So when I say swoop, you say the definition. Swooped. When I say swoop, you say fly down quickly in a curve. Swooped. Lawrence followed my instructions. Swooped. Fly down quick. That's 2, Michaela. When I say swoop, you say fly down quickly in a curve. Swooped.
Fly down quickly in a curve.
Yes. Michaela, what does swoop mean?
Fly down quickly in a curve.
Lawrence, what does swoop mean? Sit down, Devin. The next word is graceful. On my snap, repeat. Graceful.
Grateful.
One voice. Graceful.
Grateful.
Graceful.
Grateful.
Graceful means moving gently and beautifully. We're doing our vocabulary. We're doing our vocabulary. So when I say graceful, you guys say moving gently. Graceful. 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 Our next word is tattered. On my snap, repeat. Tattered. 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 Tattered means ripped or worn out. So I'll say the word and then you guys will say ripped or worn out. Tattered. 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 Okay, what does tattered mean? Cyrus, what does tattered mean? Ripped or worn out. So if we have pants and there's a hole underneath, is that tattered?
Yeah.
And if I have a shirt that is ripped, is that tattered?
Yeah.
So what is tattered? Yes.
So,
The next word is blazing. On my snap, repeat. Blazing.
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 Blazing means a big fire. So when I say blazing, you say a big fire. Blazing.
A big fire.
Blazing.
A big fire.
Blazing.
A big fire.
Our next word is setting. Repeat on my snap. Setting.
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 Setting is where or when the story takes place. So when I say setting, I want you to say where the story takes place. Setting.
Where the story takes place.
Setting.
Where the story takes place.
Setting.
Where the story takes place.
The next word is character. Repeat on my snap. Character.
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 Character is a person or animal in the story. So when I say character, you say person in the story. Character. Wait for me to say it. Character.
Person in the story.
Character.
Person in the story.
Character.
Person in the story.
Our next word is long. On my snap, repeat. Long.
Long.
On our normal voices. Long.
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 Long to me means to want something very much.
Like I want hot chips and
So when I say long, you say to want something. Long.
to want something.
Long.
To want something.
Long.
To want something.
Our new word that we're going to hear in the story is foolishness. Foolishness means something silly that you may do or say. So when I say foolishness, you repeat it on my snap. Foolishness.
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 Foolishness means something silly. So when I say foolishness, you say something silly. Foolishness.
Foolishness. Something silly.
Let's try that again. Foolishness.
Something that's silly.
Foolishness.
Something that's silly.
Yes, that's what foolishness means. We're ready for our story. Heads up. So we finished our vocabulary review. Let's put a red line through it. Done. Let's see if we can get through the entire list today. I'm going to, before we start our story, I want you guys to look at this poster. See here, it's the setting, and it shows this. It says the setting shows where or when the story takes place. So this story would take place where, based on the picture?
Outside.
Outside, and where's right here? of a house, so outside of a house. And here, this is characters. And it says the characters are the people or animals in the story. So who are the characters in this picture?
Pig and wolf.
Yeah, good job.
Pig and wolf.
Mm-hmm. And this says problem and this says solution. The problem and the solution are the plot of this volume off. The problem and solution are the plot of the story. That's what happens in the story. So the problem, this shows what happens and explains the problem in the story. So what was the problem in the Three Little Pigs? Who remembers what the strong silent hand? Who remembers what the problem was? What?
The wolf said he was going to blow the house down.
That was the problem. And the solution, that's what happens to resolve or fix the problem in the story. How did they fix the problem in the Three Little Pigs? Strong silent hands. Who remembers how they fixed the problem? Devin.
They made the house out of wood.
Yeah. So the wolf couldn't blow it down, could he?
No.
All right, our new. Now we're going to start our story. And if everybody is listening closely, we're going to get warm fuzzy, and we might play a very quick game. Volume off. All right, so the story we're reading today is called Tug of War. In this story, one of the characters has to make friends with some other characters, but they don't want to be his friends. Let's find out why. Turtle was small, but he talked big. He loved to boast that he was friends with the biggest animals in the jungle. Let's put a thinking caps on. Put your fingers at your head. Show me your thinking. Fingers at our heads. Lawrence has his fingers on his head. Devin has her fingers at her head. What does that word boast mean? I'm going to call on anybody because this question I'm just asking what you think it means. All right, volume off. Eyes on me. Hands down. Devin, what do you think boast means? Okay, you think it means a tall animal. Michaela, what do you think it means?
It means a short animal that talks big.
You think it means a short animal that talks big, huh?
Like a tailor.
Okay, now we're going to, everybody look at Lawrence. Lawrence, what do you think boast means? I'm going to say what boast really means. Boast means to talk about something in a prideful way. What kind of?
Prideful way.
We're listening to me now. So sometimes, or brag. Like if Devin had candy and she was like, "Ooh, I have candy and you don't," she would be boasting. That's not good. So, give me some, strong silent hand. Who can give me another example of a boast? Strong silent hand. Michaela. Yeah, if you had chips and you don't, can you help her out, Lawrence? If you had chips and she didn't, what would you say? If you were boasting, what would you say? If you were boasting that you had chips and she didn't, you would be like, yes. So Devin, give me an example of boasting. Yeah. So let's see, if Michaela had pizza and she was eating it in front of you and you were like, and you were longing for that pizza, Volume off. If you were longing for that pizza, and she was like, this pizza sure is good. Too bad you don't have any. That would be her boasting.
Yeah.
Okay, volume off. Let's go back to our story. Shh. Michaela, there's 3 stripes. Next one, you're going to reflection. Let's put our hands folded on the desk. Let's put a bubble in our mouth so we can hear the story. So the turtle would say things like, I'm just as strong as the biggest animals around here, including elephant and hippopotamus. That's right, elephant and hippopotamus and I are friends because I'm just as strong as they are. One day, elephant and hippopotamus happened to hear from some of the other animals that what turtle was going around saying. Elephant and hippopotamus laughed. So they said, Turtle thinks he's just as strong as we are? That's the silliest thing we've ever heard. He's so tiny compared to us. And when the animals told Turtle what elephant and hippopotamus said, Turtle became very mad. So, they do not think that I am as strong as they are. Once they see that I am just as strong as they are, we will definitely be friends. Michaela, volume off. It's going to be okay. Volume off. Let's look at the picture. So, Lawrence, let's sit over here. Lawrence, get there. So, what's happening in this picture based on what we heard in the story? Volume off. Lawrence, I want you to go sit over here. So what's happening in this picture? In the picture we see the turtle and we see some other animals around the turtle. What do you think the turtle is saying in this picture? Strong, silent hands. Devin, what do you think the turtle is saying? So that's what we read in the story, that he said he was the friend with the biggest animals in the forest.
That's a giraffe.
This? No, there's no giraffe. This is an antelope.
No, that's called a giraffe. So he could have a giraffe instead of a cobra, but they're not in the picture.
Yeah, they're not in this picture. Okay, let's go back and read some more. Once they see that I am just as strong as they are, we will definitely be friends. Just wait and see. Then Turtle set off to find elephant and hippopotamus. Look at that. He found elephant lying down in the jungle. Let's stop here. He found elephant lying down in the jungle. Is that, wait, I'm going to think aloud. Let's see. The jungle wouldn't be a character, and the jungle is not a problem in the story. So what would the jungle be? Strong, silent hands. What would the jungle be if it's not the character and it's not a problem in the story? I think the jungle would be the setting, because the jungle would be where the story took place. So, what is the jungle in the story, Michaela? Michaela, I'm talking to you. What is the jungle in the story? Heads up. So the jungle is the setting in the story. What's the jungle in the story? Devin, sit down. The jungle in the story, is that a character, a plot, or a setting? Yes, the jungle is the setting. So everyone say setting.
Steady.
Yes. Michaela? What's that? Let's do Miss March. You have some kind of something on the What is Miss March? Right there. Come on, Devin, pull your feet in. So, volume on. Pull your feet in, Devin. You have to listen to instructions in order to sit down. You're not going to listen to instructions? Devin, another strike. Sit and pull, sit up. Bad is if you're still eating, you have to do over there. No, and sit down. Okay, come take this seat right here.